doing the Death Knight video. We've made one change. Instead of critical mastery like we normally run, running this because it makes him tankier. And oh no, the class who can't dodge even more. So, we're just gonna go with that. But yeah, everything else is pretty much normal. And here we go. Stupid mouse, go away. I use mouse for menus because it's just better. But yeah, sorry about the inconsistent videos lately. I've been doing a lot of stuff, been busy, I've been having a lot of random headaches. Actually, I've contacted my doctor about that, see what they think I should do. So, but I'm gonna put this video out tonight, and then I'll probably at least pre-record one for tomorrow, if not more. There's one of the skills we need. So, I guess we'll take that. But yeah, I just have had a lot going on, and I feel a little bad about not posting as much as I should, but I haven't even been playing this as much. Nope, none of these I want. None of those, none of those. A lot of people like the shadow build with this guy. I tried it. I thought, like, yeah, you could chunk bosses, but it was hard to aim, and half the time I was hitting other stuff. I did not enjoy it. I didn't think it was that fun to play, nor that good. This one I thought was way better feeling, way less what's the word I'm looking for? Way less targeted. This one just feels just a bit more general. I didn't have to like, it's like a lot of those frontal builds. Or sometimes they just have too much frontage and you're just like, well, unless I'm aimed at the boss, I can't do anything. That's what that build felt like. This one is a bit more just general AoE, and I like that. There we go. Some people might think I'm crazy for taking Avalanche, but trust me, it's glorious. And of course, they're gonna be stupid on my final skill. So I guess we'll at least take this for swing stuff. Yeah, I just need the double strike, I think it's called. No, I probably should activate these guys. These guys are great tanks. Area. Nope, of course, not the skill I need. Damage modifier swings. Oh, damage modifier without swings. Yes, because that buffs avalanche damage. Because if this build is anything like when I tested it, avalanche is going to be my most damage. So. Nope, I don't want to poison. I'll take that. I don't want to doom. We'll take that. And of course, they're being stupid on my skill. That's a comment. I don't need a lock for it. It's not. There we go. There we go. Now we have all the skills. But yeah, this, I was trying a bunch of different stuff with, I've tried a few different things with him, tried a few different Doom builds. Like, I do want to do a Doom build. I haven't actually done one of those. But, it's just, the way he did it, maybe if I didn't use Shadow Strike or whatever that is, and just focused on Doom damage and stacking it, and then maybe use, like, one of the typical... Yeah, crit chance for nut slams. Yes. And maybe use one of, like, the typical chain... Use one of the typical chainers, just to chain up as much Doom as possible. Yes, damage for season. Area for that. Or that. A little bit more speed. I don't want too much. I think last time I did this, I had like the perfect amount of speed. I got a little bit more than the game started just frame rating itself into oblivion. So. I need just enough to dodge most things. Now I just need my chain stuff. That's what I'm really missing here. Yeah, see? I don't even really have any chain things, and I'm already melting bosses. So. Like, someone's like, you should take Avalanche with that. And I was like, well, Avalanche, I wasn't even building into Avalanche damage. So I'm wondering how well it's going to do. If it's even going to do it building into Avalanche damage. Because I've multiple times been like, oh yeah, the Frozen Warhammer is going to do my most damage. And go hardcore into the Frozen Warhammer. I probably should have locked that. Hardcore into the Frozen Warhammer damage. And then Earthquake still just out damages it by so much more. It's like, thank you, EQ. You're a good skill. You're a fun friend. We had such good times together. So, who knows? Builds could change so much just based on little things. Different chains you get. Different amounts you get. Maybe it had more cast speed this time than last time, so maybe that's the reason why I dealt more damage. Maybe more area, multi-chance. Like, there's a bunch of factors. It's hard to tell. So, yeah, my last Frost video was 5 ice skills and EQ. And I went completely on Warhammer damage. And EQ still my highest damage, and I had like a 10% damage boost. I pointed out in the video, for those who haven't seen it. It was my Elementalist video. So. I thought that build was pretty strong. I might see if I could, how far I could take that build one day. And then just have to post the screenshots on the Discord, because trying to actually like videotape you get past like 8 is a bit rough. I mean, if I don't take too much speed or have haste explode, maybe I can. But by the time you get to like 8, 9, there's just so much stuff going on. It's just hard to it's just hard to do anything sometimes. Yeah, definitely more lethality, because I don't have any crit generator right now. But I also don't want too much lethality, because I don't have... oh, that was souls gained. I'll take care of Avalanche. But yeah, I don't have crit mastery, so I don't need a bunch of it. I just need enough. And I'm already sitting at a 50. That's not including what the skill has. So... and I gotta ask, how many of you actually watch Bluey? I gotta ask. Because, I love that show. That show's super good. I just watched Surprise today, and very good episode. Love the ending. If that is the last little bit we get, that, that's gonna be good. No, one of the buddies is dead. I just need stuff to proc ice. I got swings to slams and slams to swings, but neither of them for ice, the one I wanted the most. But I just been watching a lot of cooking shows on Bluey. That's pretty much it. A lot of Tournament of Champions. I know I'm behind on that. I just started watching it. I'm only on season 3. And I don't want no spoilers or anything, if anyone does do that. I haven't looked up anything about anyone, just so I don't, like, oh yeah, here's the info about this person. And they're the blah season winner or whatever. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, not even to that season. You already told me who won it. Woo. Yeah, because I'd love to know what team Tobias Dorzon played for, just out of curiosity, but I don't want to look him up just in case he actually does win anything. So. Yeah, this was slow. It's got great boss speed. It just... killing the ads is painful. Yeah, I need better clear. I like how this guy's pretty much the 4 horsemen. I need to make a checklist to remind myself what classes I've done and what classes I haven't, so I don't always have to go to YouTube to look. Yeah, I just need my... Nope, I don't need that. That was souls gained again. I skipped it up. damage for Avalanche. I just need my chain. I just keep getting the swings for the other two. I guess I'll get a bit more souls. I'll do a little bit more. Die, you stupid fuck. And he did. I should have won with the HP. I need that. I also want that. There we go. Now we're actually going to start doing things. I can take 30% for that or 30% for both. I think I'll take 30% for both. Aerial swings, yes. One of the bosses is even dead. More heart. Multi for that. I honestly think they should get rid of the multi-mastery rune. Kind of just makes the game a little too simple, especially with finesse. It would slow the pacing of the game down. It would also add to less breakage of the game, because then you would just invest into actual damage runes instead of just more runes. So it would slow things down a bit and maybe make things break less because you won't be casting as much. So it's like 3 runes I think need to get changed. Because I still think they need to just add the they need to just add the 7th slot as standard and get rid of that rune. And then they also need to get rid of the starting 2nd weapon rune. And just make those base games, and then because if you don't want that weapon, do something about it, change it. But then it'll give you options to grab other runes. Because right now most people grab, like me, unless you're doing min-maxy stuff, you grab the 3 runes. Unless you're doing shenanigans with other classes and stuff, you grab the 2 reroll runes and then the starting weapon. And there's your 3 free runes. So I think they just need to add more interesting options up top, because there's not a lot. Unless you're going for cross-class nonsense. So I think with the 7th one, a lot of people just take that one naturally. I think that should just be part of base game. And then just give it other interesting things. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be my top damage, because I don't have a lot of my chain to ice. But I think those 3 runes being changed would help with some of the pacing problems of the game. Nope. Because also by making the 7th rune, that also is a slight damage increase. So if they do change the other one to not have multi-mastery as much, you gain a little bit of damage from that for taking out the 7th skill rune. Because you lose some damage by having the other skill. But you don't lose a lot. So it's not that much of a downside. Unless it's a multiplier that applies at the end, and then it's barely negligible even then. So, I think that should just be base game. And then they should just replace it with a more interesting, like, damage rune. Hey, look, we can finally banish that garbage thing. Oh, I want that and that. Yes. More slams. More chain. Oh, that was damage to Avalanche. I should have grabbed that. Just more multicast in general. Yeah, more of that. But I do like the way the game is sitting at. I just think it could use just a little bit more refinement, more optimization. And just a bit more interesting runes. There's a bunch of runes, but none of them are really interesting. Well, not many of them are interesting. I can't say none of them, but not many of them are interesting. Because there's the obvious good ones. She's like, yeah, I'm just going to go with these because they're just good. Like, they're not the good interesting. Like, if you're going for DPS, unless you need something specific, you're grabbing Crit Mastery and the long chain thing. The 7th skill, so there's 3 or 4 rune slots right there. Maybe I'll do a series of builds where I only use 6 skills. I will only use 6 skills, no Crit Mastery and no long chain. I won't use any of the big offenders. And see how fast I can get stuff done. And see if I can find good builds for that. Also, no EQ on that. And still no cross-class stuff. Just, you know, like slamming Earth runes into the Death Knight or anything like that. Arcane Shield on the Barbarian. None of that stuff. Also, no Singularity. And see how I can do with without a lot of the big offenders. Yeah, once this build started going, it started going. It just took a bit. But yeah, I think that I should do that as my next series. Well, I have 2 series that I need to do. Because I still have the actual DPS series to test to see which class I can get the most DPS out of. Or the most damage in the short period of time. See which class is easiest to get to Overload 4. What is form again? I forgot. Where are you at? Crit chance. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't even know to grab any more lethality. We can banish you. I have form. I don't have a lot of it, but it's still enough to just make up for that little bit of crit chance I was missing. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. Which one are you guys more interested in seeing? Are you more interested in seeing the no big offenders series or the actual DPS series? Because I'll explain the rules. I'm going to try to remember what I did. Get to Overload 4. No adding new skills or elements to a class. And just trying to see who could do it the fastest. And of course, no EQ. But that one, I'm not going to limit the runes. That one, I'll be fine to use crit mastery and stuff like that. Like, I might use EQ on that one. Because I'm trying to go for fastest. I'm only going to Overload 4. So... it's not going to be that big of a problem. But yeah. That one, I'll just use whatever's good. For each class. And then go from there. I like both of those. But the other one, I'll purposely limit myself to try to... to find good builds without... Hey, you can also get banished, because I don't really use you anymore. So... I mean, I have 84% chance to block attacks, so I don't care about a little bit more damage reduction. I mean, I got one of it, if it's the only other option another time, but I'm not going to lock it to take more. It's also got a decent amount of armor, good amount of move speed, so... I'm more leaning towards the restrictive one next, because that one actually sounds more fun. It sounds a bit more creative. I mean, having to make interesting builds. But I need to set an endpoint. I need to set a spot to try to get them to. Nope, don't need that. Hey, look. Something we totally need. More bulwark. That's what we definitely need. We need more block. Okay, that's the last speed boost I'm getting. Because any more, it's going to start getting wonky. Like, I was hesitant to even get that. Yeah, Boster's just melting. Yeah, I figured. I don't really need that, but I do want that, and also that. So we'll lock that, grab that. But yeah, I figured to go for the one that was a little slower, because then it's more likely to cast stuff instead of the one that's slightly faster, because by it being slower, the 20% matters more, or whatever boost it was matters more than the one on the faster one. So I technically will get more out of it by going for the one that has the slower cooldown over heart render. Sure. We'll just make sure we have the 100% crit. Just all the Disray. Because Avalanche's great. Because it causes slow and fragile. And because it causes slow, that means that I could get the Disray buffs. So it causes fragile and Disray. So I'm just stacking damage reduction on damage reduction. Or they take more damage on they take more damage. Well, I'm pretty sure it causes fragile. Yeah. Yeah, they take extra damage. So by stacking a bunch of that, they take more damage. And then Disarray, they take even more damage. So I'm putting damage layers on them that are just... Yes. Yeah, just look at that. Just look at that health melt. Sure, we'll just take more experience. Because I like experience. I think that was damage to Avalanche. That was stupid to pass up. Because what I took was actually kind of pointless. Because we don't have crit mastery. Oh, the sound's starting to sound like a helicopter. I'm starting to break it. Too much stuff is happening. Game is struggling. I love that sound. But yeah, this is going to be the final. No matter how fast it's done, this is the final one because the sound is starting to just die. I think maybe that one skill I always banished garbage would be better if there was a reason to have one-shot builds. But by the way this game works, there's not. Because no matter how big your one-shot build is, it's eventually going to stop one-shotting because everything's designed to try to outscale you. Yep, Avalanche still by a lot. Yeah. Yeah, 22 minutes with Avalanche DPS. I'll take that. But thank you all for being here. Any of those questions I had, just make sure you put them down below if you have anything to comment on them. Or any comments about the video in general. You have a good day/night. I will catch you all later.